guys, welcome back to Crazy Days Kitchen, the Freeze Drying Academy. Alright, what do I got for you today? Kind of an experiment that I want to do, okay? And what is that? I want to take this and turn it into something like this. Now, what is that? Well, they're the ramen noodles, not just the regular top ramen noodles. These are amazing noodles called Indie-mo, or Indie-me. They're really super good. If you haven't had these, you've got to find these. You can get them at Costco. Hit and miss. You buy them in a case. They come in 5 packs individually, 5 packs here. You get about 20, I think, or so in a case. And it's like 20 bucks if that. It's not that much. But these are amazing. Okay, but so is this, called Ramen Crunch. Now the thing is, on here it says original spicy. They're not joking when they say spicy, but when you got you want something crunchy and you want something spicy at the same time, this is really good. I don't remember the price though. I don't think they were that cheap. So I'm hoping that I can take this and turn it into this. Alright, so what are some of the things that you're going to need? Well, earlier you saw the noodle package. I'm going to do 6 of these, okay? I'm going to boil them in a pot of hot water. I've also got this little thing. This thing's amazing stuff. It's basically the same stuff that comes in a little packet in here, and it's basically called sweet soy sauce from Kikkoman. This stuff's actually really good, and I think eventually I might want to try a bottle to add it to my famous beef jerky recipe to see what that does. Okay, but we're going to come back to this later on in the video. The first thing I got to do is get that pot of water boiling, and I'm going to add 6 packets of these noodles. I'm going to boil them up, then I'm going to strain it. That's right, I'm going to strain 100% of that water, or I would say maybe like 95, 97%, somewhere around there, because you're not going to get it all out, but that's a little side joke there. Haha, funny, right? Okay, so you're going to go ahead and again boil, then you're going to drain all the water, then you're going to add the spice mixture that comes in here, and I'm going to show you that after I'm done boiling them. When you open up your packets of your noodles, okay, you're going to get the noodles. You're also going to get a couple of packets of things. So the first one is right here. This is your green onions as well as your seasoning packet. Amazing stuff, okay? And then you've got this. This is like a little packet of all the different seasoning. So this one here is a little bit of like oil and I think it's like garlic or something. I'm not quite sure what's in this one. Then you've got the sweet soy sauce right there. And then right here, that's the hot red. I'm not using the hot one because, trust me, that's really spicy there, okay? But if you like spicy stuff, go ahead. Add them all to your mix, and you're going to have some really spicy dehydrated or freeze-dried ramen here. Well, let me go ahead and finish boiling the water, and just the noodles only is going to go in a pot of boiling water. I just got done straining off the noodles in the sink. I put them back into the pot. Now, under the pot, I did add a pot holder so that way there it doesn't do anything to the counter. Going to go ahead and put that back down here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a pair of scissors, okay, and I'm just going to start cutting the noodles up, okay, because you know they don't have to be full noodles. Just kind of dice them up here. You're going to cut them up, and then we're going to go ahead and start adding the different powders and spices and stuff into it. Mix it all up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of the sweet soy sauce there. Okay, I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of that into this mixture here. Now, after I've done putting 4 tablespoons of the sweet soy sauce, I'm going to open up all of these little silver packets here, and we're going to dump them in. So let's go ahead and cut that off real quick. And you'll see that when we start dumping it in, there's some kind of powder seasoning there. And then you got the dehydrated onions that did not open here. So let's go ahead and get those open again. There we go. Pull out the little foil here. And we're going to go ahead and do that to all of the seasoning packets. Next, we're going to add all of these, okay? But what I like to do is I like to go ahead and put them into a measuring cup of some hot water so that way the fluids really start to, or the oils in here start to mix, and makes it really easy to get it all out of the packets here. So let me go ahead and get some boiling water in my measuring cup. We're going to let these sit there for about a minute or two before we add them into the pot. These have been sitting in here for about a minute or so in the thing. And see how much better that is? So now I'm going to go ahead and open them all up and dump them into the pot. After you add all the seasonings and everything to the pot, go ahead and use your little spoon and stir it up. Give it a good mix, okay? And then if you need to, this is also a good time that you can use your scissors again to chop this stuff up. Give it a really good mix here, okay? And then I'm going to come back right now with my scissors, and I'm just going to go ahead and recut this up again, because I want to be able to make it very easy to load onto my freeze-dried trays. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to load these up into my freeze-drying tray. And if you remember in one of my last videos, I showed you these little mold things here. These things are actually amazing. I got them online, okay, from freezedryingsupplies.com. And they're fully customizable to your specifications. So I kind of made some squares out of them. And now I'm going to go ahead and load each one of the trays with the noodles. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm using a pair of tongs, and I'm kind of putting it into each one of the little spots here. And what you do is you want to push down on here. Now I have seen where they will load the whole trays on, and then they will add the dividers, because these little dividers actually have like a sharp point to them, so that when you load it into a tray and you push down, I guess it automatically separates what you put into the tray. Alright guys, so here's something that I figured out. Those 6 packets of noodles only filled up 2 trays. So if you have the small Harvest Right freeze dryer with the 4 trays, you're going to need 12 of these packets, okay? And then you can go ahead and have all 4 trays filled up. Right now, I need to do 6 more packets before I bring you guys back. I just got done doing 6 more packets. In fact, I did 7 more packets because I really want to load these trays up. A little bit ago, I mentioned that I was loading them up first, and then I tried another one off camera, loading the tray, and then using these beautiful dividers, because when I mentioned it to you, when you turn them over, you probably can't see it. It's going to be real hard on camera, but there's a little tiny edge on it, kind of like a knife edge. It's not sharp, it's going to cut you, but I think they use that when you push down into the tray, it actually cuts into the food. So I'm going to show you that real quick. I'm going to load this tray up with the fresh noodles here. All right. And it's a little hot still. But you're going to push down, spread out your noodles, or spread out your stuff here, okay? And again, this pot's a little still hot because it just came off the stove. Okay, now, you'll see, and you might want to come in a little close here if you're not already with the smell-o-vision. I'm spreading it on the tray, okay? And you'll see that it's pretty well loaded, all right? Now, this is where you use these little trays. And again, you'll see that there's a little blade on it. You're going to line it up into your tray, okay? Then you're going to use all your might, all your force, all your strength. No, just kidding. Actually, I don't know. But you got to push down. You push down really hard, and it actually will cut into the noodles and make a beautiful tray. So that's the tray where I just loaded it right now, and I pushed into it. And this is the tray where I just put it in there manually with the tongs. And to me, I actually like this one a little bit better. I might fill in some of the gaps, but there you go. Okay, now, side note. I did add more of the soy sauce. I kind of went up and down each of the rows. That's the sweet soy sauce, add it. I also added some onion powder and some granulated garlic. Go ahead and season these up any way you like. And if you want to add the hot sauce, go right ahead. I'm actually going to do 1 tray spicy because my wife loves spicy stuff. She's got a whole hot sauce collection. So far, nothing is hot enough for her yet. Crazy Dave's working on that one. All right, we'll sit back, relax, keep enjoying as we continue freeze-drying adventures of ramen. All right, guys. So the wife, she got involved and she did her hot version. And come on and look, take a look at this. I don't know if you can see the deep colorness on this, but this tray is fully filled. It looks amazing, smells amazing. She added every single one of those hot sauce packets. So remember, we did 6 plus a 7. That's 13 of those packets. Plus we had some previous, okay? So she probably added in that little bit at least 20 of those little packets. Then she added this. Sriracha. Now, what's crazy is this is from Starbucks, okay? I haven't been to Starbucks for a long time, so I know these have been around for a very long time. And when I looked at the date on this, it's 2020, okay? So these are about 5 years old. And I guess with Sriracha, it aged well, okay? Because it's good. I tasted this, and I'll tell you, I'm actually remarkably surprised when I added the onion powder and the garlic powder, and then she added those hot packets, and she added a couple of the Sriracha packets. It actually tastes pretty darn good, and we know that with freeze drying, it might even get better. Okay, so I got them all stacked up, ready to go in my freezer. They're going to sit there for a few hours, and then into the freeze dryer. Alright guys, it's been several hours now that the ramen has been in the freezer. I set up the freeze drying machine, okay? I'm using default settings, 125 degrees, the -10 for the initial freeze, 24 hours extra dry time, okay? Then let's go ahead and get these loaded. But first, I'm going to go to my freezer, and I'm going to pull out the trays. And there they are, nice and hard, okay? The top tray, that's the super spicy one that the wife likes, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and load that one right there on the top, okay? Then I'm going to go ahead and load the rest of them up. And remember, I like these. These are nice little tray kind of like holders. I got that from freezedryingsupplies.com, as well as I got the dividers here, okay? So let's just go ahead and keep sliding these babies into the machine. And these pop off really easy. I really like them a lot. Put them up to the side, load the machine up, same thing. Now those dividers for the trays, you leave that in there the entire time, okay? Go ahead and slide that in there. Go ahead and close the machine. Double check your valves, okay? So I made sure that my vacuum valve is closed. I'm going to come back over here and make sure that my drain valve is also closed, and it is, okay? Next, I'm going to go ahead and hit continue and let this baby rock and roll and freeze dry. I'm excited to see the results. In fact, I can't wait. I really, really am hopeful that these come out absolutely amazing. Alright guys, the moment of truth. This thing has been running for over 50 hours. Alright, so I had already just released the vacuum, and I also opened my drain valve. So let's go ahead and open the machine here. So remember, on the first tray, we have the hot and spicy. Let me pull that out, put it up to the side here. Alright, take a look at that. And you'll see that that's got beautiful red color. Alright, the second tray, that's the normal, along with the third tray and the final fourth. So let's go ahead and take a picture of those. Take a look at those. They look kind of like in my opinion, a little bit of a green here. So let's zoom in on that and take a look. Alrighty. Well, there you go. Alright, guys. Now it's time for the taste test. So I'm curious. I'm just going to pull up one of these little ones right here. See what it comes up like. This is the regular version. Kind of dry. Looks like that that ramen crunch that I showed you earlier in the video. Let's see what it looks like. Oh man. Dude. This is actually better than the ramen crunch. And that's the regular. That is freaking good. Oh man. Let me put it out to the side. Alright. Wow. Oh man, I just made myself a lunchtime snack, man. That's freaking amazing. All right, now I'm kind of worried about this hot and spicy one, so I'm gonna break it in half. I'm gonna bring one over to my camera person. So here we go. Whee! Into the camera. All right. Now let me go back over here and get my reaction because I want to taste this thing. No. Woo! Whatever you do, don't bite and inhale at the same time because it's gonna get you good. But woo! Got in my nose. It is man. The aftertaste, man, oh man, woo! That's that's a sriracha right there. It's a good heat, but man, Ramen Crunch has nothing on my wife's version of this hot and spicy. That is insane, but it's delicious. All right, guys, man, that's so good. But you know what? Crazy Dave, make your own ramen because that is freaking amazing. I'm out of here with my normal ramen. I'll see you next time. Hey guys, alright, real quick, something I totally forgot to mention when I was closing out the video. So I'm going to take a special moment just for this, okay? You know, this is Crazy Dave, alright? I've got a neighbor that happens to be a teacher at one of my local schools here in South Orange County. And I want to give a shout out, not just to her, but to her amazing students. I found out that they watch my videos at school for fun. Yeah, that's right, fun. And they are subscribers, so they talk about my videos all the time. And who is that? Well, that is Miss Cavallo and her amazing student. Guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate that. That touches me really close to heart, okay? And I'm going to tell you guys a little secret here. Well, maybe not a secret, but here's the deal. If you guys keep up with the grades and you keep doing amazing with your homework and everything and be good students, someday I just might pay you a special visit. Well, there you go, guys. That's a special message from Crazy Dave to you, my beautiful fans.